We're going to review conducting a multi-voting session. In a multi-voting, it's a simple, efficient approach for selecting and reaching group consensus on the most important ideas from a list on which to focus our efforts. It can be thought of as reducing the trivial many to the critical few. So first, we're going to assemble a team prepared to conduct multi-voting, and this may be on an existing list of ideas or a new brainstorming list from the group of participants. We'll write each idea on a flip chart or a dry erase board, and we'll assign consecutive numbers starting with 1 through the entire list of ideas. We'll provide each participant with a limited number of votes. These could be colored dot stickers, they could use dry erase markers, whatever works for the voting process. And usually we use 1/3 of the total number of ideas on the list. We'll then ask each participant to vote on their choice for the top ideas by placing a dot next to each idea or putting a hash mark next to each idea. We're going to determine the maximum number of votes each participant may post on a single idea. And if appropriate, voting may be done in confidence by asking participants to write on a piece of paper their votes for the top choices. We'll then record the total number of votes for each idea. And if necessary, we'll repeat the multi-voting process on the ideas with the highest votes until the list of ideas is at a manageable level. From there, we'll develop an action plan, a who, what, when, for the ideas with the most votes, those ideas we wish to take to the next phase of the initiative or the project, or we wish to implement. So here's an example of a multi-voting session. We generated a list of ideas to reduce the customer wait time at our service desk for issuing license plates and car titles. The group came up with 20 ideas, and the numbers are listed here, 1 through 20. We then allowed them to vote. We ended up with 10 votes for idea number 2, and 7 for idea 4, 9 for idea number 5, 6 for idea number 6. And we went down and tallied the votes for each idea and developed our new list. So now idea number 2, 4, 5, 6, number 8, 10, 13, and 17, that's our new list of ideas. But it's still too large. It's too much to try to develop an action plan for and try to implement with limited resources. So we did a second round of multi-voting. From there, we ended up with votes for each of these ideas. And we then reduced that list down to the critical few. The final list was idea number 2, number 5, number 6, idea number 10, and 17. We ended up with 5 ideas that we could then add action items to and implement with the resources available. So that's an example of multi-voting. So please don't forget to download your complimentary Excel toolboxes, and those can be found at valuegenerationpartners.com. If you select the downloads page, you'll be able to download toolboxes for these initiatives, and each of these toolboxes contains many templates that could be used for these initiatives as well as others. So I'm wishing you much success for using multi-voting to reduce your brainstorming lists to the critical few, to the manageable few,